Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today I'm back with a very exciting video, unlike any that I've done before. I want to get into doing more of these videos though. This video is going to be about the top 12 fragrances that I will be wearing this summer. So I had to do a lot of work for this video because I did have to go through and make selections from my collection, I should say. I also had to go through and write down all the notes since I am not that great at describing things. But anyways, let's just go ahead and jump into the video. I've got 12 fragrances here. I think that most of them are great for day, night. Most of these, if not all of these, will work well in high heat. I do live in the South, so it gets very hot here, it gets very humid, and these are all fragrances that work really well for me in the heat. And these are my favorites. So let's get started. None of these are in any particular order. I did save my most favorites for like the top, the top spaces. So the last couple fragrances I will be talking about are going to be my favorite fragrances, the ones that I will be wearing most. So, but other than that, none of these are in any kind of order. Sorry for the long intro, let's jump into this. So the first fragrance I have to talk about is Amelie Mae from Lush. So I love this fragrance. Oh, it's beautiful. It's floral, it's sweet, it's kind of clean, it's juicy smelling. Everybody describes this fragrance as smelling exactly like a Lush store. So if you've ever been to a Lush store or even in the vicinity of a Lush store, you can usually smell it. So it has a very distinct smell, and this perfume is described as smelling just like that. So I would agree. I get some warmth to this, sorry. I mean, I can almost smell sunshine in this bottle. It's just beautiful. The notes on this are ylang ylang, rose, and raspberry. So those are the only three notes that they had listed on their website. I definitely get the sweetness and the juiciness of the raspberry. You definitely get the floral ylang ylang, and what was the other one? Rose. I don't get a lot of rose in this, but it's just a beautiful floral. And I just love this. It's a beautiful fragrance. It's got really great longevity, especially if you spray it on your clothes. But on your skin, I would say you're going to get a good 5 hours out of this before it turns into kind of a skin scent. If you spray it on clothes, you will get definitely a lot more time out of this. Really beautiful fragrance though. Okay, my next fragrance here is from Guerlain. This is the Aqua Allegoria Rosa Pop fragrance. Now, I will tell you, this Aqua Allegoria line is not my favorite when it comes to Guerlain. These do not have good longevity at all. You have to constantly reapply these throughout the day if you want to continue to smell like the fragrance. They're so beautiful though. It's almost worth it. This has the most beautiful soft rose smell. It's a little bit powdery. It's got that beautiful powdery Guerlain base. There's always like a touch of violet to all Guerlain fragrances I found. And this is just beautiful. This is bright, it's fresh, it's crisp, it's summery. It's very girly and feminine. It smells like, it smells very feminine. It smells like something that you could share with your teen daughter. Like, this would be great for younger people, it would be great for older people, it would be great day, night. You really could get away with wearing this any time of year, but it's particularly beautiful in the spring and summer. The notes on this one are peony, rose, lemon, and red berries, and you get all of those things. It's beautiful. You get the crispness of the peony and of the lemon. You get the beautiful rose, but it's not like a mature rose. It's more of like a soft, powdery rose. Yeah, and you definitely get the berries. You get the sweetness of the berries. It's just a really beautiful fragrance, and these are quite inexpensive online. I buy most of my fragrances, especially my Guerlain fragrances, from fragrancenet.com, so they always have excellent prices on them. Okay, so my third perfume is another Aqua Allegoria from Guerlain, and this is the Rossa. So this is in the beautiful bee bottle. I absolutely love this bottle. So gorgeous. And this one is more, This is more of a true rose fragrance. It's very soft, it's very light. It's definitely a true rose fragrance, but again, not a mature rose, just a really beautiful powdery rose. It's got that Guerlain base to it. It's just a gorgeous fragrance. It's light. This one's not quite as light and fresh as the Rosa Pop, but it's definitely still light. It's still fresh, appropriate for any time of day. You could wear this all year if you wanted to, but again, it's really, really beautiful in the spring and summer. And this one, again, the longevity is not there. In fact, I think the Rosa Pop has even more longevity than this one does. This is pretty bad when it comes to longevity and sillage and all that kind of thing. It's not great, but Rosa Rossa is bergamot, lychee, blackcurrant, and lemon. Those are the top notes. Middle notes of rose peony. And then the base is woody notes of cedar, ISO, E, super, which I've found out that I love, and white musk. So it's definitely a little bit more complex than the Rosa Pop. And it smells that way too. It's just really, really beautiful. And the dry down on this one is really nice. It definitely has that woody dry down. So it's got the nice, fresh, crisp rose opening, and then it dries down to a really beautiful woody skin scent, but does not last very long. It's very sad. I do love it though. Okay, so my fourth one, I'm going to try and get through this because I have 12 fragrances here. Okay, so my fourth one, and this one is unfortunately discontinued, and I didn't know if I wanted to share this one or not, but I love this fragrance, and I think it's a great dupe for another fragrance, so I really wanted to share this one. And you can probably still find this on sites like Mercari or eBay. You may be able to find it other places online, but this is the Urban Decay Go Naked perfume oil. And this is beautiful. Oh gosh, this smells almost identical to Tom Ford's Soleil Blanc. So it's just beautiful. Oh, I love this. And the longevity on this is actually quite good, especially because it is an oil. This is just beach in a bottle. It is so gorgeous. A lot of people did not like this and criticized it because it was a makeup company coming out with fragrance. And I snatched it up because I had seen that other people were comparing it to Soleil Blanc, and Soleil Blanc is very, very expensive. It is one of my all-time favorite fragrances though, but when people were making a comparison to Soleil Blanc, I had to snatch it up. This is beautiful. I love this. The notes on this are bergamot, petitgrain, mandarin orange, lemon, and sea salt. So those are going to be your top notes. Middle notes are neroli and orange blossom, lavender, and musk and jasmine. So I don't know, I didn't make a differentiation between the middle notes and the base notes, but neroli, orange blossom, lavender, musk, and jasmine. So it's just beautiful. It is very, very similar to Soleil Blanc, so if you know you like that fragrance and you want to find a great dupe for it, definitely hunt for this on the internet because it is a small little gem that I adore. Okay, so my next fragrance I'm so excited to talk about because this is the first full bottle niche fragrance that I have ever bought. I have bought tons of niche discovery sets before I even knew niche was a thing. Sephora has always kind of carried niche brands, and I did not realize that. I just knew that I was buying things that I hadn't heard of before, which was really appealing to me because I like to smell kind of different. So I have had plenty of niche discovery sets, but this is my first full bottle niche fragrance, and I'm super excited to have it. So this is 4160 Tuesdays, London, and this is the fragrance What I Did on My Holidays. So I have heard a couple of YouTubers here speaking about this fragrance and talking about how it is such a beautiful summertime fragrance, and I knew I had to get my hands on it, so I ordered it immediately. This is available on luckyscent.com. This is such a beautiful, unique fragrance. So I'm just gonna get into the notes right away so you can kind of understand what I'm talking about. So the top note is mint, coconut, sea notes, seaweed, lavender. Sorry, I'm just gonna tell you all the notes because I don't know which top, middle, or base. So mint, coconut, sea notes, and seaweed, lavender, cotton candy, vanilla, and ice cream. And this had been described as the smell of not the beach, but like a seaside holiday in England. So like on the coast of England. And if I probably have never mentioned on this channel before, but I am a complete Anglophile. I have a degree in history and I concentrated in British history. I swear, like in a past life, I was from England or something, because I've traveled there 4 different times. I am just in love with it. There's just such a beauty to that place. Not that my own country isn't beautiful in its own right, but there's just something about England that is just like speaks to my heart. And when I heard this fragrance described as like a seaside holiday in England, I had to have it. And when I smelled it and wore this, that is exactly what this smells like in my imagination. It smells like waffle cones. It smells like mint ice cream. It smells like the sea. It smells like salty sea air on a boardwalk and you're carrying a waffle cone bowl full of mint chip ice cream. It's sweet and it's fresh and it's beautiful and it's gourmand. And the longevity on this is beautiful. This I can spray on in the morning. And I spray myself pretty heavily with it because I love the fragrance. So I will go ham with this, but I will spray this all over in the morning, and in the afternoon when I get off work, I can still smell this. I can smell it all day. Every time I move, I just get beautiful whiffs of this exquisite fragrance. So I am loving this so much. I will probably be like halfway done with this bottle by the end of the summer because I am adoring this fragrance. Okay, sorry, let's get moving along here. My next fragrance is Pure Poison by Dior. So this is a beautiful fragrance. This is fresh, clean laundry. This is clean skin. There's a sweetness to it. It's clean, it's powdery. It's definitely got that poison DNA to it. Hypnotic Poison back in like the mid 2000s was my signature for years. I probably wore that fragrance from like 2008 to 2012 as a signature solely, and this just has that, if you've worn any kind of poison, and my mom wore regular poison when I was a kid, so I'm obsessed with all poisons, and this is no what word am I trying to think of? I'm sorry, I can't think. This is the same thing. I'm obsessed with it. So this is beautiful. This is bergamot, jasmine, white flowers, white sandalwood, and amber. It is clean. This isn't a super complex fragrance. It's very, very safe. I would say this is a safe blind buy even. And I usually don't like those kind of clean laundry type scents. They're usually not for me, but this is just beautiful. If you've ever smelled a poison fragrance and you want like a very clean, fresh, laundry type smelling, skin type smelling poison fragrance, this is it. It's beautiful. Okay, the next one I have is from a brand called Comptoir Sud Pacifique, and this takes me back. So this brand just takes me back to the late 90s. I used to wear another fragrance by this brand. I want to say it was just a plain vanilla fragrance or maybe a vanilla almond, something along those lines. But I came across this one. This is called Aloha Tiare, or Tiare, whatever, the Tiare flower. And I had to have this. This is beautiful. This smells like flowers. It smells like tiare flowers. It's gorgeous. It smells tropical. It smells like what you would imagine Hawaii to smell like. It's just gorgeous. It smells like tropical island flowers. The notes of this are Tiare, which is a sort of gardenia flower. Gardenia is one of my most favorite notes in perfume, so I'm not surprised I love this. Tiare flower, citrus notes, lemon, bergamot, papyrus, which is amazing, tiare, coconut oil, and vanilla. And all I smell in this is the tiare. It's very sweet, so I would say sweet like vanilla probably. It's just beautiful. This is one though that I would not say is a safe blind buy. I've had a lot of people, I've read a lot of people not happy with this fragrance because to them or on them with their chemistry it smells like an air freshener or something. This is beautiful on me. It wears really well. It's got nice longevity. It's got a nice projection to it. This ends up just smelling like Tiare flower on me. It smells, I don't smell the vanilla, I don't smell the musk or the bergamot or what else is in this? The papyrus, I don't smell that. I really don't smell anything. Maybe a little bit of coconut. Yeah, a little bit of coconut. I definitely just smelled the beautiful Tiare flower. So anyways, this is just a nostalgic brand for me. I love this fragrance and I will be wearing this summer. Okay, so the next fragrance I have here is one that, had it not been for another YouTuber, I would have never known about this fragrance, because I typically steer clear of celebrity fragrances, or I had in the past, and lately I've just been buying them up like crazy because they're so inexpensive and so many people have raved about such good ones that I have been picking them up recently. So Amy Loves Perfume here on YouTube, who is probably my most favorite fragrance YouTuber. She's got such an epic collection of perfumes. If you've not checked her out, you definitely need to, because her perfume collection is amazing, and her nose is amazing, and she just knows what she's talking about. But anyways, I heard her do in a video similar to the one I'm doing now, which was like a top, you know, so many fragrances for summer or spring. She talked about this perfume here, and this is the Sarah Jessica Parker NYC Crush perfume. This is a really neat bottle. It twists off and then there's your perfume in there. Oh my gosh. And she raved about this perfume. She talked about how it was just a watery coconut scent, and that's exactly what it is. Like as if you just cracked open a cracked open a coconut and you splashed the coconut water all over your body. This is stunning, absolutely stunning, and I think I paid like $20 or something for it, and I'm pretty sure it's been discontinued now. You will probably have to find it on eBay, which I think is where I found mine. It is worth every single penny. The longevity of this is amazing for a coconut fragrance, for a watery fragrance. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. So the notes on this are clean and airy coconut, watery coconut flesh, and vanilla. It is very simple. You definitely get the sweetness of the vanilla. I mean, this fragrance is stunning. It is everything. It is one of my absolute favorites that I've picked up recently, or that I've picked up like ever. I love this. So anyways, there's that one. Okay, moving right along. I'm sorry, I hope this isn't like 100 hours long. This next one is, I love it so much. It holds a special place in my heart. This is I guess it would be called vintage at this point because it was manufactured in 2000. I think it came out right around that time, late 90s, early 2000s. This is the fragrance called Mahora by Guerlain. So I've got a little 1 ounce bottle here. My bottle was manufactured in 2000, so this perfume is 19 years old at this point. Oh my gosh, and it still smells incredible. So the notes on this are orange blossom, almond blossom, green accords, ylang ylang, neroli, tuberose and jasmine, sandalwood, vetiver, and vanilla. And this is stunning. This is a heavier fragrance, so I would say this one you need to be a little bit light-handed with because it is quite heavy. It's quite syrupy. Oh, it's beautiful, beautiful, heavy white florals. Oh my gosh, I can literally smell all the notes in this. I can smell the orange blossom. I can smell the almond. Oh my gosh, it's almond blossom actually, but it's beautiful. The green accords, the ylang ylang, I can smell the neroli, the tuberose and jasmine, which is really the heart of it, is the tuberose and jasmine. And then you get the warm sandalwood and vetiver and vanilla. And it is just stunning. And I love, for some of the ones that don't have the best longevity, I love to layer this with the next few that I'm gonna talk about that don't have the greatest longevity but are my absolute favorites for the summer. I do love to put a little tiny spritz of this on and then layer those over it because this just helps with the longevity. I just love this fragrance. It's beautiful. Again, if you can find this formulation, I don't know what the newer formulations smell like, but if you can find the earlier formulations, Oh my gosh, it just smells gorgeous. So very floral, very heavy floral though on that one. Okay, so my next one is, I love it. It's a stunner. This is, let's see, this is Monoi, and then I'm not going to be able to pronounce this, Eau de Vagines, and this is an Eau de Toilette. This is by Yves Rocher. I'm sorry, so it's called Monoi. And Monoi, I believe, Monoi oil comes from the crushed Tiare flowers. So the crushed it's a type of gardenia. And oh, this is stunning. This one smells like suntan lotion. This smells like the beach. So this is one that you're either gonna like this one or not like it. I don't know that this would be a safe blind buy unless you know for sure that you love those really beachy fragrances. The longevity on this one is pretty darn good for being this type of scent, for being like a beach scent. It is pretty darn good. I just really get that tiare flower again, but this is a smoother tiare flower than the Aloha tiare. If I'm not saying that flower right, please somebody correct me in the comments, because I'm the worst with pronunciations, and this has like a, I forget what those things are called, that goes over the top, like in the word souffle. It's got that over tiare, so but anyways, these two are very similar, but this one is very much smoother than this one. This has like a peppery bite to it almost. It's got a little bit of a sharpness to it that this one does not have. So this one is very smooth. It's just very beachy, warm. It's beautiful in high heat. It's just gorgeous. So this is the tiare flower, ylang ylang, coconut, and vanilla, and that is really what you smell. You really get the sweetness of the vanilla. You get the tiare flower right out of the gate, and that's what it dries down to. It's a very simple fragrance. It's a very linear fragrance. It doesn't change at all. I would say that the coconut and vanilla kind of fade away, and you're left mostly with the flower fragrance. But it's beautiful. It's smooth. It's sweet. It's just lovely, and it's gorgeous in high heat. Okay, so the last two are my two favorites, and I'm super excited. One I literally just got today, so I can't say it's a favorite, but I've been smelling formulations of it for years and years, and I finally bit the bullet and bought a full bottle because they actually came out with an eau de parfum this year, and typically they have been called, I think, skin scents, and because it's a very expensive fragrance, I will not pay for something that expensive that is just not going to last. But the fragrance that I just got in today that I know is going to quickly turn into a summer favorite, and I will be wearing all summer long, is the Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess. So this is the 2019 version. I ordered this from Ulta. This is an eau de parfum, so it is definitely more long lasting. This is much sweeter than I remember it having been in the past, but it's beautiful. It's very sweet, very floral. This is not as beachy as some of the other fragrances that I have. This is definitely not a like beach in the bottle type fragrance. This is definitely a sweet floral more than anything. When you first spray this on, you really get a lot of the coconut, a lot of the sweetness, and then it dries down to jasmine on my skin. I really, in fact, I'm wearing it now. It's really beautiful. It just smells like a really beautiful, warm jasmine when it dries down. So this has a ton of notes in it too, way more than I thought it would, and it does smell quite complex compared to the other fragrances I have in this lineup here. But this has bergamot, ginger, mandarin, Indian samba jasmine, coconut, frangipani, vanilla, cashmere wood, musk, and amber. And you definitely get the warmth of the sandalwood, musk, and amber. I smell that very deeply. I smell the amber, the jasmine, the coconut. It's just beautiful. No, sorry, there is coconut. I don't get any of the ginger. I don't smell bergamot at all. Maybe, let me go ahead and spray this. No, I don't smell bergamot. Yeah, I get a little bit of the ginger. It's just beautiful. It's just a really beautiful floral fragrance. It's different. it's very different than your typical kind of beachy summery fragrance. I just love this. I'm so excited I picked it up. But anyways, so on to my number one. This one is my number one. I absolutely love this fragrance. My only complaint with this one is that it does not last for anything. I have to spray this on like 6 times a day if I want to keep smelling like this, but it is stunning. This fragrance is stunning. This is the one I was talking about I layer Mahora with because it helps with the longevity, but this is Guerlain Terracotta. And this is a Le Parfum. So yeah, it's beautiful. I absolutely love this gorgeous bottle. I love the color of the liquid. I love the wood cap and the gold on the top. This is just a stunning fragrance. And literally out of the bottle, all I smell is gardenia. I smell big white gardenias. It is such a stunning fragrance. So this is bergamot, coconut, tiare, white florals, jasmine, ylang ylang, orange blossom, musk, and vanilla. And I definitely get the sweetness of the musk and the vanilla. I can smell the orange blossom, but mostly I smell big white gardenias, which is one of my favorite notes in fragrance. So this this will remind you of the beach because it's got that it's got the, you know, deep summer white flower smell to it that you smell when you go to the beach. Jasmines, gardenias, just the beautiful big white florals. And I'm looking at a huge gardenia bush right out my window here that I'm so fortunate to have in my yard. I love it so much. And that's what this beauty reminds me of. I absolutely love this fragrance. But so yeah, those are the 12 fragrances that I will probably be wearing the most this summer. I absolutely love these fragrances. They're all beautiful in their own way. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful for you. If you did enjoy it, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.